Long 1. Imagine a dinner where every course is a mystery, and every bite could be your last. Welcome to the psycho-thriller movie, The Menu, a story where a special culinary expert first invites people over for a meal and then throws them into a fire to make their own food. Will their survival be possible in the night of unexpected terror? Would you dare to eat if you knew that meal could cause death? In the beginning of the story, the two main leads of the story are shown, Tyler and Margot, who had received an invitation from a very big restaurant island in the US. A 7-course meal was presented in this restaurant, and if you listen to its price, you will be surprised, which was $1,250 odd. It's so expensive. What you think, tell me in comment section. Today, some special dishes were to be presented for all those customers. And the customers who came here were not normal people, but they were experts in their field. If there was a food critic, then there was a movie star. If there were some well-known businessmen, then there were some models. All of them are brought to an island far away from the city with the help of a boat, where a lady named Alyssa welcomes them. And first of all, she makes them do a tour of the whole island. How the chefs here catch fresh fish from the sea and cook them. Fresh plants and vegetables and fruits in their own garden are taken out from here. A big hall is shown where the entire chef's helpers used to sleep here after work. And not only that, the non-veg that was cooked here, the animals were also raised here. And then precisely after all of them came to an age, their fresh meat was fed to the clients here. At the same time, the house of Chef Slavic is also shown far away, where staff and clients were not allowed to come. Only they could go there. In this team of Chef Slavic, there were expert artists, cuisiniers, and cooks who cooked the best food in taste. After coming to their dining hall, their first course is presented to them, whose name was Amuse Bush, whose ingredients were compressed and pickled cucumber, milked snow, and charred ice. The dish looked so beautiful, as if it was a masterpiece, and it seemed that how can anyone eat it? Well, here Chef Slavic said that no one should eat it completely. Just taste it, feel it, don't eat it like a meal. Open your taste buds and explore new flavors. Now whoever tastes this dish, everyone starts talking about it. Yes, how special it is, how good it is. It has been presented in a very magnificent way. After which, it is the turn of the second course of this menu, which was the island. The ingredients used in it were raw diver scallop, pickled lox, seaweeds, and algae. These flowers presented on some stones, which makes them crazy as soon as they come in front of the customers. Tyler, who considered himself a very big food critic, starts giving his theory on those dishes, and tells how he is a big fan of Chef Slavic. He has eaten every dish of his and has given good reviews about it. But then Chef Slavic comes and silences him. On one of his orders, all his cooks used to call him, "Yes, sir." And now it was the turn of the third course of this menu, which was named Breadless Bread Plate, which had savory oils and emulsions. If we talk about this dish, it was eaten with bread, but the chef believed that poor people eat bread, and we have come here to eat something good, exotic, and fresh. So we will serve it without bread. But where 3 big businessmen were sitting on a table, they tell Alyssa that we would like to eat bread with it. Alyssa refuses them. That businessman tells him that if you want, take money from me in return. But Alyssa still does not agree, and says that this is a part of the menu. You will have to enjoy it like this. It was quite late. But Margot, who came with Tyler, does not eat anything. That's why Chef Slavic comes to him and asks, "Why are you not eating anything? Did you not like anything? Or did we make a mistake?" On which Margot says, "This is not food. This is just a joke with food. That's why I will not eat it." This time, the chef gets angry, and he tells that you are sitting in the most famous and best restaurant in the city, where you are getting dishes that are not difficult to get in any other restaurant. It is impossible. He also introduces his mom to everyone, and tells that she drinks a lot. That's why she doesn't talk to anyone much. And now it was the turn of the fourth course of this menu, whose name was Memory, and marinated garlic chicken thigh, tortillas, and green salsa cubes were used in them. And this is where the twist and turns start in this movie, where they all get to see their pictures on those tortillas, which were their personal moments. A rich and wealthy couple who always promised to love each other. There they find out that that man used to sit with some other prostitute. That businessman who used to make fake invoices and loot people's money. That movie star who made a bad movie and looted people's ticket money. And that food critic who used to call people's best dishes useless. But none of this affects Tyler. He just eats them and gets lost in their taste. Margot gets very angry after seeing all this, and that's why she goes to the washroom. But then Chef Slavic comes from behind in the ladies' toilet and asks him, "Why aren't you eating anything? Why don't you like anything? And as far as I believe, you are not Margot, because your name was not in the guest list. So who are you?" Here, the viewers find out that his ex-wife was supposed to come with Tyler, but due to some internal clashes, Tyler called Margot with him. He knew what was going to happen here and what was going to happen. Despite that, he did not call his partner and called someone else. From here, the movie starts to pick up speed. And now, what is going to happen? It will keep everything in your mind. Now, it was time to come to the 5th course of this menu, which was made by Jeremy, and its name was The Mess. The name of the ingredients used in this was rosalie, fennel, potato confit, seasonal vegetables, beef juice, and bone marrow. Chef presents Jeremy in front of everyone and asks him, "Do you consider yourself the best chef?" To which Jeremy says yes. "What are you going to present in front of them today?" So Jeremy says, "Today, I am going to present a dish for all of them, which no one else can make in this world except me." And after saying this, he shoots himself. The ground under everyone's feet shrinks, and they start thinking what happened. First, some people think that this is just a public stunt. There is a drama going on here. And again, they all sit down down to eat. But that wealthy couple can't bear all this and tries to go from there. Then Alyssa comes with some of her men and catches them and says that none of you will go from here today. That couple says that we don't want to sit here. We have to go back to our home. But at the behest of the chef, Alyssa tells her people to cut the finger of that old man. And then people think that this was not a public stunt, but a man has been murdered here, and a customer's finger has been cut. And all this is being done to keep us here. Everyone was scared, and no one wanted to stay here. After which the chef goes to everyone and starts talking about their past, and tells that every one of you comes here 5 to 6 times a year. He eats the dishes here, and forgets after eating. Neither does he remember the names of the dishes, nor does he remember my name, and nor does anyone present their theories or reviews about these dishes. But after eating the dishes in today's menu, you will remember them all your life. You can never forget them. After which, it takes time to prepare the next dish. In the meantime, the chef goes to his room. Margot also comes there from behind. So the chef says that I have known that your name was not in this list. So who are you? Where Margot also tells the truth that I am a call girl. Tyler was supposed to come here with his partner, but he could not come. So he approached me, and I came here. On which Chef Slavic says that only you are such a person, because of which changes have been made in the plan. Now what were those changes? I will tell you later. After which, all of them are brought out of that dining hall, and the chef here asks his staff, do you have any problem with me? Where a lady comes and with a knife stabs the private part of the chef, and says that once you tried to be physical with me, and this is the punishment for that. After which, he tells the people here, after presenting the final course of the night, no one will be left, neither the chef, nor the staff, nor the customers. Hearing this, all of them lose their minds, where Chef Slavic says that I give 45 seconds to all the men. If anyone wants to run away from here, then he can run away. Hearing this, all the meals that came with their partners, from there, they say sorry and try to run away. Now, where on one side, the ladies were sitting in the dining hall, trying the rest of the dishes, all the meals run away from there, but Chef Slavic's staff catches them and brings them back to that dining hall. And from here, the story becomes more intense. After which, the 6th course is presented, whose name was Men's Folly, whose ingredients were fermented yogurt whey, Dungeness crab, dried sea lettuce, umeboshi, and clab. Anyway, I had never heard all these names before. Everything is written at the time of scripting, so if there is any mistake, if I take any name wrong, then tell me in the comment section. Well, coming back to the main story, every customer sitting here was scared, and was afraid to eat any dish. But Tyler was eating everything very shamelessly. Margot gets angry at this, and she slaps him on this. Then he says that the chef has made it so lovingly. There are so many good taste ingredients in every dish, and I am his fan. I check all the dishes precisely, so it is necessary for me to eat. The chef was also listening to all these things from a distance. That's why he calls Tyler to himself. That you consider yourself a very big food critic. Come here, come to me. You have a lot of knowledge about food. You keep talking about it. You put your reviews. You are a social media influencer. Come on, I give you a task today. Whatever you want to make it and feed me. Let's see how much power you have inside you. Now here, Tyler's poll opens. He was a fake personality who picks up anything and tries to make anything disgusting. Well, his hands were trembling. He cuts some onions. He puts some lettuce. And then he picks up a piece of steak and tries to fry it in butter. He does a little garnishing from above and presents it to the big Chef Slavic. After eating it, the Chef Slavic says, yes, this is so much nonsense. People were wondering what would happen to him now. After which, the chef says something in his ear, that he himself goes to a room, hangs himself and kills himself. And now it was the turn of Margot, where in front of Margot, the chef makes a proposal. Look, you were not on our guest list, so now you have one option. Either join our staff, or stay in the middle of these customers. Anyway, you have to die. Now you can do whatever you want. So here, Margot shows her desire to join her staff. Now as she had to prepare her next dish. So here, Margot goes to the chef's house, goes to get some ingredients from there. That's when Alyssa comes there following her. Margot had understood that Alyssa has come here to kill her, but before killing Alyssa, she herself kills Alyssa. And then she reaches the chef's room by opening a silver door, where she gets his old articles, some videos, his picture with his daughter, and how he presented his first dish in front of people and how he became famous. She can see all those things. She also gets a radio from there, in which she comes to the dining hall by giving some signals. Now the 3 businessmen who came here, today was one of their birthdays, and in front of him, the chef presents a cake, on which the businessman says that, the funding that you get, the money you get to run this restaurant, all that you get through a friend of mine, I can also get you out of here by telling him. Where Slavic says that I already knew about this. That's why we have already made arrangements for it. When everyone looks out of the glass, then that investor is shown in the sky with wings, by which it is slowly dipped in water. In the meantime, with the help of that radio, Margot asked for help. Then a guard comes from the lighthouse nearby, who also had a gun in his hand. He was a big fan of that movie star, so he asks for an autograph from him, where that movie star writes, help us in it. That guard understands that something is definitely wrong here, and he taunts Chef Slavic with his gun. Everyone thinks that now our life will be saved, but when that guard's gun is shot, then we know that there is no bullet in it. In fact, out. That gun was a lighter, which is used to light a candle there. That is, he was also associated with him. Now everyone had understood that no one is going to survive from here, and at one moment everyone will die. But then Margot stands there and says that I am hungry since I have come here. I have not eaten anything, and being a customer, this is my order, that you make me happy, and make something for me, in which my stomach can be filled. So the chef says, okay, no problem. What do you want to eat? On which she says that I want a cheeseburger. There should not be any nonsense in it. Nonsense name, ingredients, or anything else. Just a normal cheeseburger, and some fries with it. Chef asks his team if they have fries. After the burger is made, it is presented to Margot. After eating it, she is very happy, and says that yes, it was really tasty. I felt good after eating it. I want to take the rest with me. Please pack it. And she tells him to go from here. On which Slavic does not say anything to him and let her go. And now it was the turn of today's evening's final course, whose name was s'more. And the ingredients of this dish were going to be, the customers here, all of them are given a marshmallow, and a chocolate cap is given, and the whole place, that is, the dining hall is destroyed. Cream, chocolate powder, and garnishing is done on the floor itself. And then the whole place is set on fire. The whole place is blasted, in which the chef himself, the staff there, and all those customers are killed. Another story like this. There are 5 people in this game who have a bucket on their head, and there is a chain around their neck. It was coming straight out of the wall. There is a lot of saw on that wall. As soon as the game starts, this chain will be pulled. As soon as it hits the wall, their bodies will break into pieces. Everyone was very worried. They were not able to understand what to do. To watch this video, click the link attached with the I button above, and also at the end screen. Back to the story. And in the end credits of the movie, we can see that Margot, who was sitting on a boat outside, she enjoys her burger, and sees that menu and wipes her mouth. And with this great movie ends here. How did you feel about this end of criticism? It happens to everyone. When we do something with great dedication and hard work, then of course we want praise, but if we face harsh criticism for this effort, it would be painful. This is what happened to the main character of the story, and he crossed all limits of brutality by not tolerating criticism that was definitely wrong. How do you think he should have handled the criticism? Have you ever faced criticism? If yes, what was your reaction? Be sure to let us know in the comments section. And if you like the video, then like and subscribe to